Hey, good morning, guys. Did we get rugged yesterday? Did we get rugged? I feel a little bit like we got rugged last night. A little bit. Good morning. Join Gravity Dead. Good morning, guys. So who watched? We'll get into this, of course, but who watched the Donald Trump Farokh interview? Am I crazy? I feel like I'm crazy after listening to that because I walked away from the spaces. 2.5 hours, the spaces, mind you, and I don't think I learned anything. I'll just say it. I don't think I learned anything about the project that we didn't already know, and that spans talk of real estate and RWAs and even the soul-bound token or non-transferable token. These are all things that were floating out there that we knew. I don't know if I'm alone there. Okay, we're going to get back to the Trump Farokh interview, World Liberty, what we learned, what we didn't learn. Guys, smash the like if you're watching over on YouTube. Hell, if you're watching over on X as well. A couple of places we're streaming today. And yet again, also on Spaces over on X. If you do want to chat, Trina, you'll get your TLDR. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. If you guys do want to chat, hop in the Spaces. I'm hosting it over on Hudah_idiot. You're welcome to come up, shoot the shit, bring up anything that we may miss during the show, anything you want to talk about. Man, let's get into the show. Starting with, guys, just a feel that things are healing here on the blockchain, here in Web3. You might laugh, but I mean it here. Starting with at token 2049, the KOL Awards. The KOL Awards being given out to known scammers. Known scammers and ruggers and best meme coin caller. I don't get it. This is NFTs. This is Web3. This is crypto. We're healing, guys. Criminals getting out of prison soon to rejoin us here. In crypto. CZ, founder of Binance, getting out next week, guys. 13 days. 13 days off, I think it is. Maybe 12 days off. Getting out soon. Not rejoining Binance, but back in the space. I hope bull posting right along with us. And the grifters coming back. Full throttle. They're coming. Trump's here. In Spaces with Farokh. We're healing, guys. It's starting to feel good out there again. You may laugh at that. I'm laughing at it, but there's a little truth to it. No, really, okay, and I mean all that. Maybe it's not a great reflection on this space, but it is a lot of what this space is. This is my favorite part of the space. It's the memes. It's the fun. It's our guy, Harold. Hide the Pain Harold. At token 2049. That is awesome. That's the vibes. That's the spirit of this space. I love his collabs with Meme Land, which this is not the first. I don't know what exactly that partnership collaboration is there, but I love to see it. Harold is one of us, guys, and that's what I love about the space. The other three things I pointed out, I'm half being a smartass, I'm half not. It is all part of the space. This is my favorite part. Harold, welcome back to the space. Good to see you. Now, we have some great things on the horizon here, some really exciting things to be looking forward to. Really do. Raoul Pal pointing out a couple of really interesting charts here, some projections, both about global liquidity, but also the money supply, both trending in a very, very interesting direction. Something he's been talking about for a while now, and we've definitely highlighted here as well. An all-time high in global liquidity, and again, and money supply, which normally Bitcoin follows right along. Guys, if there is a banana zone, if that's really coming, it seems like that might be coming really, really soon. Really soon. We're right on the cusp of that. And a big catalyst for that to happen, I think we all agree here, it's probably rate cuts. Now, rate cuts are coming here in the States tomorrow. Is it going to be 25 points? Is it going to be 50? Is it what Elizabeth Warren is calling for, which is a 75-point cut here? No. Let's just say no. I think that would be a mistake to think that's what's coming. But regardless, we learned a lot about the space tomorrow. We learn about what kind of cut was already priced in, what kind of cuts spooked the market, what kind of cuts are actually bullish for this market. And I don't know. I can't weigh in any deeper than that for you guys. Share your thoughts. I'm really curious here. But I think still universally we're thinking this is a very exciting time for crypto here. And especially heading into October, which at this point, just a couple weeks away. I am optimistic as hell for what just might be on the horizon here. Taking a look at crypto, and this is maybe why I'm so excited. The fact that crypto has held up reasonably well here over the past week or so. Bitcoin still over 59K, ETH over 2,300, and Solana at 132, just ahead of breakpoint. And that's coming here in 2 days. Also out in Singapore. A lot of people expecting a nice pump over in Solana. I hope. If and when it happens, obviously, I assume a little fuckery there. But we expect some of that. We expect some of this to be gamed. You would expect the Solana Foundation wants their token cooking ahead of their big yearly event. So, obviously, keep our eyes on that. And keep your fingers crossed here, guys. Taking a look at the ETFs, starting with the Bitcoin ETFs. Yesterday, 12.8 million in inflows. Man, after Friday's 263 mil, certainly a bit of a pullback there. Happy to see us in the positive still, which is more than we can say for the Ethereum ETFs, which saw 9.4 million in outflows yesterday. So those Ethereum ETFs just continue to struggle to not really gain traction. It's maybe just not an appealing investment for people. Does that change? Will it change? Whatever. Looking at the NFT market, 11.7 million in cross-chain sales yesterday. Unique sellers pulling back. Unique buyers down as well. Total transactions also down. Trade profits negative 408,000 yesterday. So also heading in the wrong direction. Yeah, yesterday across the board, especially after a fantastic Sunday. Yesterday a pullback in every measurable category here. Hey, maybe we'll point out average sale price actually increasing yesterday. Doesn't mean much, but hey, we want something positive. By the way, quick reminder, newsletter day. Yeah, after the show. Straight to writing. Man, I'm not you have to be in a kind of mood to write. And I'm always in the mood to talk NFTs, crypto. I'm not in the mood to write, but I'm going to do it nonetheless, and it's going to be a killer newsletter. If you're not subscribed, well, let me make a mental note. I'll drop you guys a link so you can subscribe later. But the weekly newsletter drops later today. There is plenty to talk about. It was actually a really, really interesting past 7 days here in the space. Not to get ahead of myself here, but the AzukiAnime.com site, the Doodles premiere on Doodles TV of Dullsville and the Doodleverse. Interesting stuff. Honestly, the big old punk sale for 10 ETH, right? That was a pretty awesome thing. A lot going on. Anyway, you'll read about that all in the newsletter. You lived it last week, though, guys. Top collections move in this market. We got D-Market at the top of the collection rankings again, followed by Gilded Guardian Heroes, Mankazuki. I still don't think that's a real collection. I don't. CryptoPunks, Sorare, Lux Marathoner, Dojuzukis. I'm going to skip these guys. Play Solana. And then I'm going to push OMB at number 10. I'm going to push Bored Apes up into the top 10. There's two of these collections. Lux Marathoner I don't think is legit. And again, Mankazuki. So let me push SMB up into the top 10. Right, I'm always going to shout them out if I think they belong there. Sorry, guys. Something driving me nuts there. Decent top 10. Volume still pretty darn low, guys. I don't know. I think everybody, look, we got the conferences. Usually volume is pulled back during those. And I think everybody waiting for rate cuts tomorrow and seeing what way this market wants to move. So it makes sense that it's like kind of the calm before the storm. And it makes sense that volume is low here. It makes sense there's not a ton of strong narratives right now. This is a typical kind of few days here. Typical market for when we do have conferences. And again, it's not one big conference right now. It's two. It's two of them. Top sales in the past 24 hours, guys. I'll tell you what, spoiler, it's not what you're seeing here. Okay, this OMB is actually a loan. Although a really nice loan on a really nice OMB. And then the CryptoPunk you're seeing here, 32.5 ETH, $74,000 for Punk 1787. Looks great. Pretty typical day of NFT sales, but that's not actually our top sale. Our top sale, this is shocking. This is shocking to me, guys. I thought we were past the day of ENS's fetching a premium here, but we're seeing it right here, right now. This is actually yesterday. Trump.eth. Sold yesterday for 48.4 ETH. Awesome to see. Awesome to see that these things have value. I don't know if we've learned yet who bought this, why they bought it. Is somebody gifting this to Donald Trump? Like, I don't think we know. Was it maybe in the Trump eco world that actually bought this? Maybe. You know what? You might lock up something like that just to avoid scams, right? Now that they are getting into DeFi. That's probably going to be our main topic today, by the way. What, like their DeFi project. You probably want to pay it really safe. There we go. Um, man, just being safe, locking up these addresses to avoid any kind of scammy behavior here. Again, maybe it was them. Maybe I'll say this: I just like to see ENSs catching a bid. Maybe they matter again. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, it was great to see that. Speaking of Trump, again, we're coming back to this. People using his every day, featuring Trump, featuring Farokh. It's pretty. Yeah, Skull, dude. It's a crazy sale. I can't remember the last time we saw an ENS sell for anything like that. It's been a hot minute. But people, every day yesterday featuring Farokh and Donald Trump. Incredible, dude. This is awesome. This is awesome. I dig it. I'm looking forward to getting to that chat. Let's get through some bullet points, other happenings in the space. We will come right back to the Trump Farokh interview, guys. Hot story yesterday. It does involve Gary V. Now on the screen here, you're seeing the V-Friends show. Yes, an animation kicking off at the end of this month on the 30th. A new animated show or series. Gary's teased this for a while. It's a YouTube series. Honestly, looking forward to this, and this is also showing again just how far this space has come, man. Again, the Azuki website, their push into the world of IP, the Doodle stuff. Again, V-Friends showing that this is very much the direction the space is heading. But man, the timing here sucks. The fact that in the Gary world, in the Gary ecosystem, we had some actually pretty not great news here with the SEC. What is this? Suing, reaching a settlement with Flyfish Club, which is a project that Gary is an investor in. I don't know to what degree Gary's involved. I just know Gary is involved here. On the team, I don't know. An investor at the minimum, yes. And this is a big story. We'll spend a little time on this too once we get to the end. But yes, Flyfish Club, which is a restaurant in New York City, reached a settlement with the SEC, paying a $750,000 fine. This is not great, guys. This is the implications here. What this means to the rest of the space ain't great. They're destroying any NFTs they hold. They no longer accept royalties on secondary. I mean, that's not a thing anyways, anymore. And I think they have to offer refunds. I think they do. Now, okay, I have some thoughts. I do want to come back to this. I'd rather get through the news and come right back. There's definitely some parts of this that, look, we have to read into what they're settling on, what they're agreeing to figure out how this affects the rest of this space. Is it fundraising NFTs are the problem, or is it something that I see here that is similar to what the Stoner Cats did? The SEC accused Flyfish Club of suggesting to investors they could profit by reselling the NFTs. That really stands out to me. Similar to what I believe Stoner Cats did in their Discord. There's certain things that cross a line that are going to get you in trouble. And if that's what they ultimately got them on, I feel a little better than if they got them for raising funds, right, to launch a business, to build out a restaurant, whatever it is. But if it's you saying you can profit by... Dude, it's a problem. Most collections did it, but that feels like a much more clear line that you cannot cross, but you can see the line. You know not to cross it. Anyway, we'll come back to that. We'll break that down a little more, but good news on the Gary V side of things, and then bad news. Yeah, we'll get into that more. Guys, over on the Bitcoin side, Lemon, what do you think of the time, by the way? Lemon's saying the new show time is weird. It is. It's a little different. I actually like it. I actually like it a lot better. Inscriptpedia, this is over in the Bitcoin ecosystem, guys, kicked off their inaugural NFT sale. I call it NFTs. They're ordinals here. With Casey Rodamore's Casey's Collection. Okay, Season 0, that is the first ever inscription/sale for Inscriptpedia. Didn't go well. Not as in there was no demand. In fact, I think there was quite a lot of demand for this collection, to the point where I think it was botted, maybe took down the site, had a lot of problems here. Yeah, they shut down the Discord dead. Somebody took over that like vanity address or whatever, so they shut the Discord. It's locked. Now, they're pivoting from this being a public mint. Now it's going to be a whitelist mint only. If you're in the spaces, I think you got a whitelist. If you're in the Discord, I think you get to mint. There will be a first come, first serve mint too. Hey, good job, Vrew. Got 2 mints. Good shit. But yeah, TLDR here though. Didn't go well because of the demand. At least that's what they're saying, and I think that's the case. This will be kicking off soon. I don't know when they rescheduled for. I would assume it's going to be could be today. Could be today. I would assume at the very least this week. Most of the mints still available. Only 200 were minted. Okay, so yeah, they're saying they got a DDoS attack. Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll see. Anyway, this is a decently hyped collection. It simply, honestly, because it's Casey. Do people care that it's books inscribed? Well, Bitcoin guys, I think actually do. Oh, Vrew, that would be awesome, man. I actually do want to mint this. I actually do. Casey's awesome. I like the idea here. I do. I like preserving books on chain. Anyway, I'll keep you updated with that when the mint is. I don't even know the cost, guys, but I will. Vrew, what is the cost of that mint? Anyway, we'll come back there, guys. The biggest mint. This is honestly one of the biggest mints of the summer here. Period. This is going to absolutely cook. It's the Taproot Witches. We finally got the mint price and the mint date. Guys, it's coming tomorrow for 0.0015 Bitcoin. That is that's a really nice price. Let me see if I'm mathing right. Guys, tell me, is that $30? Is that like $25-$30? It's not autumn. Hang on. No. Is it not summer anymore? Okay, pause. I need to Google. I'm so disconnected, guys. Okay, hang on. First off, let me correct the price. Again, I can't math either. This is a $90 mint. Okay, so $90. This is not $25, $30. $90 mint. I'll tell you this, man. Thank you, Vrew. Not financial advice, but come on, this is going to cook. This is a very, very hot mint. What can this could get to 0.01. I won't be shocked to see it at 0.01. I'll tell you this. I also won't be shocked to see this get higher than 0.01. I'm not expecting it, though, just given what the market's looking like now. Although we turn around real quick if rate cuts happen and market starts cooking. This has got different kind of potential. This reminds me of... this doesn't remind me of a lot, I'll tell you that. This one actually feels really special. I think this one, yeah, Vrew, I'm with you there. 0.02, it sounds like a lot, and we haven't seen that. It's been a minute, but I do think this could hit there. 0.01 to 0.03. I don't see it, nothing over 0.03, and 0.03 would be pretty extreme. But again, this collection is very, very different. Very different. Small supply, a lot of hype, all the right connections. This is the perfect collection. It really is for this time and where the space is at now. So anyway, if you can still get whitelist, guys, you definitely want to. $90 mint, 0.0015. 0.01, I think, is my prediction as far as it gets there. I think it gets to 0.01. 0.02 is doable. It is, and I won't be shocked if it's 0.03. I don't think it gets there. I think very little chance it gets to 0.03, but it could and it wouldn't. This is a different collection. You definitely want to mint here. Oh, no, Vrew, you didn't get. Bummer, man. I got lucky. I got very lucky. In fact, you know what I did, guys? And maybe this is alpha, maybe. In the Honey Badgers Discord, I won a whitelist there. They have whitelists that are given away to people who have 10 badgers, 10 of the Honey Badgers. I had 9. I thought I already had 10. I had like 13 at one point. I had sold a few, and I was just below that threshold. I had 9. When I saw the whitelist giveaway just for the group that hold 10 plus, I went out and bought one. It was 0.009 Bitcoin, and I was just thinking, I'm like, okay, you buy it for 0.009. These sometimes dip to 0.005, 0.006, 07. But when the market really turns on, these are 0.01, 0.015, and I think they'll be much higher. Anyway, thought it out. I think it made a lot of sense to grab a Honey Badger at that price. Hit the whitelist, pays for itself, exactly how it paid out. Keep an eye on Honey Badgers. You know that's pretty much my favorite. It's one of my favorite collections on Bitcoin. A lot of whitelists there. A lot of great alpha, a lot of whitelists there. Anyway, Honey Badgers. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. All right, let's blow through the rest of the points here. I don't think there's anything beyond this, guys. Wallet Connect. Wallet Connect has a token coming, guys. This is actually pretty darn interesting. Any value to it? I have no expectations for things like this, okay? But governance token, you can stake it. They will give rewards in WCT, the Wallet Connect token, and you can pay fees with WCT. Interesting. I like it. I like it. I like utility tokens like this. Value be damned. If it's free and you got some kind of use case for it, great. Great. I like it. All right. We got to get to the Trumpy stuff. Yeah. You know what? I walked away from the Trump spaces yesterday with a few things. Not much more knowledge. I'd say not any more knowledge, but some pride in the space. Like proud. I'm legit proud of the Rug Radio guys and Farokh specifically. Like proud. But we walked away mostly with some quotes. And I think that was fine. I think this was just the very first of many more interviews, many more interactions with the Trump team. Good or bad, I don't know. I think good. I honestly do. But Trump saying, it's like getting these little insights into how he thinks. For crypto specifically in startups, and I believe him here. Guys, I work for a crypto startup. I believe him here. I agree. Crypto startups, it will be living in hell if he's not elected. I don't feel very good about where things go for people building. Without direction, it's very hard to build in this space, and it's very hard for others who are looking to build and investors who don't know what to invest in because they don't know what's going to get SEC, like the Flyfish Club. You don't know. It's really, really difficult to build in this space without those rules. I think Trump, I'll remind you, not that you guys give a shit, I'm not voting for Trump. I don't care if Trump wins, but I do think he's going to be better for crypto. I do. Simply because the man has skin in the game. Simply because Trump is a grifter. Let's be honest, Trump's a grifter. Trump is making money in this space. Trump wants to make more money in this space. He will make this a very, very friendly place to build because he has an interest in it. It's that simple. Is that Carl? I don't have any other comments that go deeper than that, other than to me, it's very obvious. If Kamala's in the office, I don't think we're going to see very much pro-crypto policy here that incentivizes building. I don't. Trump is in simply skin in the game. I think we do. It's that simple. All right, let me get to some comments here. Dad, what do you do? Dad, what's your comment here? Derivative of Maven's bot. And he does. Dad, are you talking about the Taproot Witches? Taproot Witches, I think you're talking. Bearish on the witches. Yeah, it's fair. Still, they're going to cook. We can be bearish and also agree they're going to cook. Cats Fanatic, good morning, sir. Okay. Lemon, don't fuck with me, bro. It's not autumn. Any weirdo who counts it from the 1st of September has got issues. It's not autumn yet. I'm still going to Google it. Like when autumn starts isn't a subjective thing, is it? Like you don't get to just decide it starts on the 1st, do you? Dude, what is this craziness, Lemon? Depends on how you count autumn. Some start it. Who starts it on Dude, you've fucking rocked me right now. I've never heard of this. I've never heard this madness, dude. Okay, hang on. Oh, shit. Okay, hey. Weather forecasters consider September 1st the start of autumn. What? Like who? Like what? I never knew this. Meteorologist considers. Dude, I never knew. Okay. Lemon, thank you, dude. As of right now, officially. No, officially, I'm now a meteorologist. You won me over. I do not recognize. I don't recognize September 22nd as the start of autumn anymore. It's September 1st or bust. Thank you, man. Appreciate you learning me again. This man schools me like you wouldn't believe. September 1st. We're deep into autumn now, fam. Deep. Dad, one day, man, I got to get your ass on the show to come talk. Would you come on the show, Dad? In fact, Dad, you know what we got to do? Maybe this makes it easier, but we need an actual like an idiot reunion show. We need Walshy on here. It's got to be me, Henry, Joe, Dad, Walshy, Carlini, Peter. It's got to be the whole damn gang. Dad, if we did that, would you come on the show? Oh, Vrew, really cool. Okay, I saw flipped Pepe in my wallet. I haven't seen my Pepe yet. I gotta go dig through my wallets and find my fractal Pepe or whatever it's called. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know where. I don't even know what wallet's in. I don't know if I got it. Dude, I'm bummed. I missed a whitelist. I won a whitelist and I didn't get pinged to give my address. Oh, Vrew. Okay, so Vrew, my flipped Pepe, the wallet I got that in, is that where I should have my fractal Pepe? Right? Like if I got the flipped one, that means I do have a fractal one? Because I saw the flipped in my wallet. And I won a whitelist, though, for the fractal Pepe. And in the server I was in, they pinged 3 other people that won, and I was the 4th, and I didn't get pinged. So I didn't get my address in time, and I missed it. It's a bummer. Okay. So how do we, Vrew, how do we see our fractal? How do we see our fractal Pepe? I don't think I saw it in my wallet. Like, I see my flipped guy, but in my Unisat wallet, here's my flipped one, but I don't see my other one in the wallet. Like, just looking in my Unisat wallet, just this guy. Okay. All right, if I go to Fractals Market, I should see the other one. These are cool. I like them. All right, I'll have to dig into that later. Let's do what are we doing? Let's do a little Trumpy talk. Let's do a little Trumpy. By the way, reminder, smash the like, drop a comment, do that stuff, guys. It really helps. It really helps. If you haven't liked the show, smash the like. That's simple. Again, if you want to come chat, hop up in the spaces. Here we go. Donald Trump, the man Farokh. Let's start with, the start of the spaces. How did Farokh do? I am very forgiving with this stuff. I'm really forgiving because I get it. I get that stuff more than anybody who does content anybody who does it really gets it. Farokh did not bad at all. I'd say Farokh did good. I'll put it that way. I think Farokh did good. He was very nervous to start. Man, I've never heard Farokh that nervous, ever. And I've listened to plenty of Farokh. I have never heard that man as nervous as he was to kick off the show. He had like a prepared statement to kick off the show. And you heard it in his voice, very nervous. And that continued for most of the Trump interview. The Trump interview itself, it was flattering to Trump. I'm sure some people don't like that. I get why he did it that way. I get it. You're trying to, you're not going to be combative and you're not going to poke and prod. That wasn't the purpose of the thing. And I don't think you want to be, non-inviting to the guy as he's making his entry into the space. So I get why Farokh asked the questions he asked. I get why he was the way he was. I think it was the right thing to do. And I think he did a decent job with it. But yeah, crazy nervous for the entire Trump interview, which was supposed to be just 15 minutes. And I think it ended up going more like 40, 45 minutes. So they were vibing, Trump having a good time. There was more political questions. Actually, it was mostly political questions, and it was mostly, typical Trump sound bites. Not much talk about crypto. But with that said, the questions, yeah, Lemon, it was decent. It was fine. It was better than fine. And still proud of a guy like Farokh for being the guy that represents us. I think I saw D say he'd rather Farokh than Mario Nafal. I don't know. For me, I don't know if it matters. I think I like Mario too. I think they're both fine guys. I think good guys even. Farokh, I feel like Farokh represents the culture better. I don't know that Farokh is in the trenches, but I think he is, and I think he represents the best of both worlds, the building side and the degen side. I think Farokh gets this stuff. I think he's like a warm hug into the space. It was really, really decent. And who wouldn't be nervous at Mar-a-Lago interviewing a man who has just had an assassination attempt yesterday, the day before, I should say, with all the Trump kids around there, and a whole bunch of other people. Like, who fucking wouldn't be nervous? I don't think I could have even gotten words out of my mouth, you know? So all things considering, he did well there. Questions, softball questions. I probably would have tried to sneak in, nothing antagonistic, right? Nothing like that. But I probably would have tried to sneak in some other NFT kind of questions. I don't know if there were certain things that were off limits, but more specific questions about regulations. Right? More specific. Like, I would ask him if there's is there how do I want to phrase this? The attack that we felt on crypto, is that purposeful? Is there a movement behind the scenes to protect the old system, right? To shut crypto down? Is there something like that? Lemon, didn't Baron hop up on the space? Sometimes I couldn't hear the voices apart. Baron was there in the spaces, and I thought he talked, but also I'm not sure. He did leave a couple times, so I don't know if he ever actually spoke there. I'm leaning towards no, because nothing stood out. Lemon, good score. Lemon gives it a 6.8 out of 10. Yeah. I'll tell you this, dude. Once Trump left after the 45 minutes, and then it was an interview with Eric Trump, and maybe Don Jr. was there too, but it was, the rest of the guys. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure there either, if Barron spoke. I didn't like the rest of the interview. I found the rest more off-putting because, with Trump, there was a little excitement there. Like, what's the next question going to be? Where are they going next, right? I was kind of edge of my seat for the Trump part. But, once Trump left and it was just the guys and they were just goofing and shit-talking and having fun, they lost me. I got frustrated as the thing went because there just wasn't much substance. We learned nothing. Let me get deeper into that here in a minute. What I did like from Trump, and this is something I expected and something I think actually will continue to happen across the board. NFTs are what helped me understand crypto as somebody who bought and traded crypto many, many years ago. I didn't understand crypto. I didn't get the utility. I just thought all this was like digital money. All of this was a new way to transact, and it was a competition to see whose crypto was going to become the new payment system. That's all I thought of crypto. NFTs are how I understood different platforms, different utilities for tokens, why there are all these different cryptos. NFTs unlocked all of that for me, and they did with Trump too. Although Trump, to his point, or to that point, Trump saying he understood because people were buying his NFTs with crypto, he understood the currency part. But NFTs as that thing that gives you that aha moment, it's a special thing. NFTs are a really special thing, and I think sometimes we're so used to them. It's a badass picture, by the way. We're so used to them that I think sometimes we underappreciate really how important they are, how kind of to some degree how big they can be, but really how much they matter. They matter a lot, right? If we're trying to think of what's the thing that brings mass adoption in NFTs, and it's right there in front of us. It's literally the NFT. It's literally just collectibles. It's that simple. Trading cards, collectible Funkos, the tickets, all the stuff we've been, geeking out over for years. Those are the things that lead to mass adoption. It's right in front of us, and it's the barrier to entry that's really prevented it. Something that the other Trumps actually talked about yesterday too. Right? They directly mentioned this. We have how do they word it? We're not user-friendly. They had another word for it. Hospitality. We have a hospitality issue. I think that's how they put it. And they're right. Dude, it was probably the best way to put it. It's a very difficult space. On top of the tech being pretty confusing, hard to use, on top of it all being very technical, on top of all the scams, people got to wade through all that shit. And just nowhere is it user-friendly. Nowhere are people trying to walk you through this stuff. Or if they are, and trust me, there are, places like this, shows like this are here for that purpose. But the platforms really struggle with the onboarding and helping people understand the tech, how to use it, and the why. So once we got past the Donald Trump interview, and again, what was the Trump interview good for? Breaking the ice, welcoming him into the space, hearing his thoughts on crypto, just in general. There we go. Adam's saying it here. NFTs are the easiest onboarding. No, they are. They just are. They're fantastic for that. When we got past the Trump interview, we got to the other guys who got to get maybe they didn't even get super technical, but they gave us some more insight into how they're thinking. Now, as far as world liberty and what the hell it is, which I thought was the whole point of the show. No, guys, no idea. No idea. No freaking clue still what world liberty is. They didn't say. They hinted that it's a DeFi platform. They absolutely did that. They hinted at some type of real estate platform. I'm reading into some of this stuff. I'm looking at this as tokenized. I mean, this tokenizing real estate. Tokenize, fractionalize, share ownership. The Trumps are big in real estate, of course. So I look at it very much as something to do with that. I think there'll be loans on the platform. I think RWAs is a core part of that platform. But again, this is me just kind of reading between the lines and thinking it's that. They didn't say at all what it definitively is. They reference Aave quite a bit. But again, we didn't get any specifics about what it actually is. We did get some specifics, guys. Let me pull some of this up. We learned a little bit about tokenomics, the tiniest bit about tokenomics. By the way, great shot. Really, really great shot. Tiniest bit we learned about tokenomics, as in, look, the sale of this token, this is actually going to get interesting, and I don't know if people are going to like it. Man, you can't trade these on secondary. These are soul-bound tokens. These are non-transferable tokens. Worth pointing that out. Whatever these actually are, and it kind of, guys, are these NFTs? I have to ask that. Are these NFTs? Are they? I actually think they're RWAs still. I really think, guys, that they are tokenizing a building and they are selling it, and you can't transfer it. Now, there's going to be some workarounds there. That's my gut. That's my guess on what this actually is, and I don't think I'm wrong about that. I don't think I'm wrong. All right, hang on. I've got some bookmarks here. Again, the few details that we actually got, I definitely want to bring those up. So non-transferable. I don't think you've got fungible tokens that are non-transferable. I think, again, they're probably going to be like 1155s, NFTs. It just makes sense here. Okay, here we go. Now, keep this in mind. I think this is important. We keep calling this a Trump project. It is better put like this. It's endorsed. They will have a governance token called WLFI. This is what I think is the NFT. I don't think it's a fungible token. Regardless of what it is, you can't transfer it. So there you go. Non-transferable, offered only to accredited investors. Who is that? Does that mean just KYC'd? But this is not open to anybody. So a little I'll just say, man, disingenuous in many, many ways here. So non-transferable, offered only to accredited investors. And they give a breakdown of how many the team has and how many are available to the public. I'm going to do this from memory here. I want to say 63% of the tokens are for the public. Only, I say I'm only, 20, I think it's 22% is for the team. A big, big change from what was reported before, which is 70% is what was reported before. 70% was supposedly for the team. Happy to say that's incorrect. So quite a bit less. Still a good chunk of money, by the way. I mean, a big old chunk of money. And that's all we got. That's it. That's all the details about World Liberty that we got. Now, they're going to be around here. They're going to keep doing spaces. They're here. They're here in the space, guys. So I hope we learn more about it, but it does not sound like there's anything for me there. It doesn't sound like that. Maybe depending on the price, even though it's non-transferable, if it's cheap enough, I might get it just to say kind of, that I was there, like my little timestamp. Maybe something like that. But otherwise, yeah, I just don't think there's anything there. If you can't trade it and make money off of it, I don't know. I don't know what it's there for. That said, I won't be shocked if there's some kind of token that's dropped to people who hold it. You know what I mean? Like that little wink wink thing. I won't be surprised if that happens. Yeah, again, we've learned nothing else. We learned nothing else with the platform, their involvement, what they're doing, what ultimately the goal, the point of it is. We did not learn anything about that. So, to be totally honest, I felt like it was a waste of my time. I did. It was 2.5 hours. We streamed it, by the way. Gravity, who would that be? Who are the accredited investors? Who is that? That's what I'm stuck on. That I don't know enough to know who are the accredited investors. What I have no idea who that is. Yeah, I don't know. I just, it was a long show, long interview for just not a. I mean, man, there was no real meat there. There wasn't. So my only criticism of the whole thing was that Polymarket stuff was fun. The Polymarket stuff is always a blast. It's why I like it so much. It just gamify stuff. Gamify that Trump section of the show, of the interview. Trump did say crypto 5 times. He rattled it off a whole bunch of times in a row. He didn't say Bitcoin. I don't know if he said Bitcoin even once. Definitely not 5 times. I don't know if he said it once even. Did not mention the word reserve. Man, unfortunately, no retardio. Bummer. Border, yes. NFT, yes. That was cool. Baron, yes. No Solana, no meme coin. AK-47, yes. Interesting. Rug, no. Slopadopoulos. Somebody's got to fill me in on that. I still don't know what that is, but no. DJT. Oh, addressing the DJT token. Right? Nothing there. Doge, no. Milady, no. Elon Musk, yes. What else? Secret Service, yes. Golf, yes. Cards, yes. Dude, it was a lot of fun. That part was fun. What's up, Fabs? Good to see you. He said Bitcoin in talking about oh, right, okay. He did say Bitcoin in as far as making money from the mints or something, the NFT mints. Yeah. All in all, cool, really cool. I hope we see a lot more Trump in this space. I do. I really do. Would love more hard-hitting interviews. That was not the purpose of it. So it is what it is, and it's exactly what it needed to be, and it was great. So I dig that. And NFTs. Maybe if anything, my takeaway is NFTs are NFTs are incredibly special, and they work. And man, they'll continue to work. I think it's great. Honestly, great. All right, those details we need still. Who are the accredited investors? What's the cost? When is it happening? Oh no. Martin Shkreli chiming in. They had someone with their finger on the pulse of crypto, but they're working with a dude who literally no one has anything positive to say about. Yikes. They were probably working with Martin Shkreli. Interesting. I had missed some of the shit talk here. Interesting. Shkreli was involved with those guys, and he was telling the truth about who was involved in those tokens. So yeah, I buy what that man's selling. Not literally, I'm not buying shit from him, but I believe him. I believe him. By the way, you cannot trade these tokens, but my boy Adam McBride. Can I call him my boy? I will. I'll do it till he tells me to stop. You can trade them if you mint it to an emblem vault. Hey, how about that? I mean, it's really, really freaking cool, guys. Mint it to an emblem vault, and then you wrap it, and you trade the wrap thing. So it's like the wallet that it's minted in, that doesn't get transferred. You cannot transfer the item out of the wallet. You trade the wallet, though. It's really cool. So yes, you will be able to trade these things if you are going to get one. And maybe for that reason alone, maybe it is worth minting one and doing it through here because you will have one of the very few that's actually tradable. It's really cool. Emblem Vault's fantastic, guys. Anyone who doesn't know, by the way, they put on a show 3 days a week. Awesome dudes. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I believe, comes on, geez, I want to say 11 or 12 p.m. Eastern time. Oh, excuse me, 11 a.m. or 12 p.m. Eastern time. Great dudes. There you go. That's alpha. I think not many people are going to catch that. Not many people are going to even know to do that. But you certainly can do it. You certainly can do it. Mint it to an emblem vault. Trade your vault. Really, really smart. These guys are awesome. Yeah, just don't tell too many people because that is a little bit of a spicy bite of alpha here. It'd be awesome seeing it cook, though. Trade your Trump NFTs, whatever they are. Over there, it's cool. All right, we have to get man, put maybe too much time into that, man, for how little that was talked about. Okay, we got to get to the Flyfish Club. Okay, we got to get to Flyfish Club. That's some horse shit. Just to be honest here. Hang on, let me zap some of this shit. Okay, Flyfish Club. What a great image. Okay. We got a couple things we're going to look at here. We have, what is it, like the SEC statement, but we also have Hester Pierce dissenting and sharing her thoughts. She's amazing. Okay. Here we go. The SEC said Flyfish conducted an unregistered offering of crypto asset securities when it sold 1,600 NFTs to U.S. investors. Get the fuck out. It's a membership. It's a membership to a restaurant. Guys, for anyone who doesn't know, Flyfish Club sold an NFT. The NFT gets you into the restaurant to be served food. It's an exclusive restaurant. It's a club pass, whatever. Maybe it's a little more nuanced. We'll continue to dive in here. Okay, Flyfish Club. They've agreed to pay $750,000 as part of the settlement. By the way, just so you know what happens here, these guys often agree and settle because it's so expensive to fight. Okay, they made 14, almost 15 million bucks. How many millions of theirs of that was poured into the restaurant? That's kind of where we get to a gray area, using the money. Actually, we see it there. Using the money to fund building the restaurant. That I think is where maybe becomes a problem, kind of. I then wonder about Kickstarters and stuff for those securities. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But I bet you if these guys wanted to drag this out and fight, we're talking millions of dollars to fight this kind of thing. Really, this is not cheap. This is not cheap because they really drag this out. And at some point, you're like, we made our money. Man, let's get out. Let's get out with what we made. Now, I don't know if the restaurant's still opening. I don't know what's going. Maybe that's answered here in the rest of this article. So let's keep going. Crazy, they made 15 million bucks. The purpose of those NFTs was to fund the construction of an exclusive restaurant and bar called the Flyfish Club. Which, I'm not sure if that's okay or not, if that's like one of the sticking points here. And if it is, what about Kickstarters? And are Kickstarters illegal? Are those unregistered security offerings? I just don't know. The Yank, good morning, sir. Owning a Flyfish NFT was a way of becoming a member of the club, which could then be sold, the SEC said, which should be fine. Right? Like, I don't see the problem there. Flyfish led investors to expect profits from the entrepreneurial and managerial expertise of Flyfish and its principles in building and running the restaurant. Flyfish told investors they could potentially profit from reselling their NFTs at appreciated prices. This is to me, the point. To me, this is what they got him on. I think that's it right there. And it's a problem because a lot of projects did this. Man, a lot of guys out there, still do this. Let me see if I can find this, because there is one right in our face right now. There's one happening right in front of our face right now, and I cannot believe it sometimes. Let me see if I can find it. If not, I'll just tell you. There's some guys right now still doing a lot of stuff. Very public. Very, very public. Man, that very much talk about the value. Guys, we have Luca Nets did this. Guys, I obviously love Luca and the project. I love it. I'm a big fan. But Luca's definitely talked about the value of Pudgy Penguins in them being 100 ETH. You cannot do that. You cannot do that, guys. I'm telling you. This isn't my opinion. This is what the SEC says. You cannot talk about your NFT prices. You can't. Because it means then the price of your NFT is part of your thought process when you're building. I know this, guys. Working with the crypto bets very specifically, we cannot talk about prices because it opens that door. I'm telling you, it is that. It's not a maybe or it's the way I read it. That is what it is. And I think the Pudgy Penguins are going to have some problems because of that. I really do. I really do. Oh, Vrew, I know tons about mutable trees. I'll get to that if we got time. I think Pudgy Penguins are going to have some trouble. And I'll tell you what. So are D-Gods. So is Frank, who many, many, many times tells people to buy. Guys, you straight up, you can't do that. You can't do that. You will get yourself in trouble. You get yourself on their radar. You will lose because you talk like this, guys. I don't think it's a maybe. I don't think it's a possibly. I don't think it's an if. To me, this is a when. This is going to happen. Frank is putting him. This is really, really dangerous for these holders. I don't mean to FUD people's bags. You can't tell people to buy your shit and talk about value. Even if he doesn't mention value here, he does other places. It's been a known thing that people seem to have forgotten about because they do it casually. People forget that that is a thing. You cannot talk about the prices of your NFTs. Even if you're just stating it matter of fact, or maybe that's the only way. A matter of fact statement, but I don't even think that flies. You shouldn't be talking about it because the SEC does punish that. They do. I think D-Gods are going to be in a world of trouble here at some point. I really do. I really do. I'd bet money on that. And I actually probably would about Pudgy Penguins too. Right? If even moderators, guys, if moderators in Discord are talking about prices and bullishness on prices and suggesting people buy more and talking about royalties, those guys are in the Discords. They're in all the Discords. They are. And they're screenshotting that. They're saving all that stuff. And it's all used in cases like this Flyfish one. That is exactly what's happening here, guys. I think Pudgy Penguins are going to be in trouble at some point. I really do. I believe it. I believe it. I would make a money bet on that. I believe it. And I think D-God's exact same thing. And this is just more and more evidence of that. Telling people they could potentially profit. Everybody talks like that. That is basically what Frank is inferring here. It's what he's inferring there, and he said straight. He look. There's probably dozens and dozens of better, more specific examples where he's straight up talking the value of this stuff. These guys are going to get wrecked, and so are the people holding these things. SEC makes you burn your supply. Maybe that's probably good for actually a fungible token and NFTs. Whatever Frank has, he's going to have to burn. It's coming, guys. It's a matter of when. It's coming. And I do think Pudgy's too. Just be careful with all of this stuff. Like, this is probably fine. That's probably fine to say, but he talks often about... Oh, that's not Frank. I'm sorry, guys. Frank talks a little too casually and a little too often about the money stuff. He does. They're gonna, and I know it. They're gonna get wrecked. D-Gods will get wrecked. I might dig later on. I might dig for more specific examples. But we're gonna be in trouble. I know it. It's a bummer. Okay, back to Flyfish. I'm sorry. That was a little bit of a detour. Okay. Flyfish didn't admit or deny the agency's findings. They did agree to destroy those NFTs within the next 10 days. No more future royalties. This is very much like, Impact Theory, Stoner Cats, OpenSea. Was a lot to learn about OpenSea still. Now, I don't know if the restaurant continues. I don't know if the restaurant is now not happening. And then Hester Pierce. Awesome dissenting opinion. And she says here, I think this is Hester Pierce, while a member potentially could earn a profit by leasing or selling her token, the NFT has a concrete use. You need it to eat at the Flyfish Club. Experiments like Flyfish Club are not a threat to the American investor. Creative people should be able to experiment with NFTs without having to consult a high-priced tea leaf reader, a lawyer. The commission can change its menu to include a healthy serving of guidance to give non-security NFT creators the freedom to experiment. With you. And this is where I wonder still, would this have been fine if the team didn't talk profits on secondary? And the royalty thing is a pretty gray area. And guys, if the royalty thing is a problem, it's all these collections. All these collections are in a world of trouble still. I don't know, Dad. I don't know if I agree there. I'll say Bored Apes in particular, I think, are not in the clear. I don't know that anybody's in the clear. I don't think Bored Apes are. In fact, I think Bored Apes... You heard Polly say it here, and I think Polly maybe knows something. Polly thinks the Bored Apes are about to get wrecked, and I actually do too. I really do. They raised money to build a metaverse. Is that why they haven't built their metaverse? Because when you use that to fundraise, all of a sudden you're a security. I think the Bored Apes are in trouble too. I think almost every project out there is going to be in trouble. NFT holders were complaining in the replies to Flyfish Club that was originally just NFT holders, and they opened to anyone. Oh, no. So they ended up opening the restaurant for... So I think maybe the NFT got you in a little more exclusive, upscale room in the restaurant. How can companies survive without royalties? Well, you need an actual business model. What's a bummer is this was supposed to be a new way to do stuff, man. This was supposed to be like a new way to build and share and all. And again, I get why it does dabble on a security at that point. But it was supposed to be a new way to do stuff, and man, they do not want to let us have a new way that works around their system. Even if it doesn't work around, even the distribution maybe is a little friendlier to your everyday person. And they don't like that, which I mean, man, it really, really does suck. It really, really does suck. I'm hoping that Trump being in this space is actually a positive there. Man, there's a lot more to that. I got to cut today right at the hour mark. I got to get to my writing. Let me just see if there were any other specific points here. I'll hit mutable trees at the very end. I love those guys. This is also from Hester Pierce. Yeah, I think so. A well-known artist who sells a limited set of numbered prints may be selling a Dude, can't read. A well-known artist who sells a limited set of numbered prints may be selling to a couple who wants to display her art in her home, or to someone who wants to turn around and sell it for profit and is making a bet on the artist's future. The intent of a buyer cannot transform a non-security into a security. Yes. Great way to put it. Great way to put it. The security laws are not needed here, and for their application, is harmful both in the present case and in future precedent. The Flyfish NFTs were simply a different way to sell memberships. Why shouldn't a chef be able to sell a membership to eat at her kitchen table and to collect royalties on resale of those memberships? NFTs offer a promising way to allow creative people such as chefs, musicians, or visual artists to monetize their talent, and a potentially efficient way for selling access to experience in communities. That's in the dissenting opinion here. That's great. We should feel good that there are very, very smart people that are still there. We should feel good about that a changing of the guard might just do us wonders. Not even might. Pretty sure it will. All right, Vrew, Mutable Trees. We actually had Mike, the artist from Mutable Trees, on the show here like 2-ish weeks ago. Awesome collection. What to say about it? It's a generative art collection with a tree, an actual generative tree that does grow I don't remember how many blocks, but it's literally a living piece, which I think is incredible. Looks like you can buy it for decentralized, which is cool. Which is really, really cool. Now, if you're an ordinal miner holder, I am. You get one free, so I'm looking forward to getting that airdrop. But otherwise, there is a decentralized mint right now. And these are great. I think over the course of a few months is how long these actually grow. So these are pretty cool. They look awesome. Great artwork. If you've got some decentralized, put it to work here. Buy in decentralized. I think they're burning. I think they burn that decentralized that they raise here, which is great. Awesome project. Good learning experience with it, too. I imagine we'll get Mike back on the show. Catch back up on how those trees are evolving. And, just the whole experience here. Great guy. Great team. Great art. Love it all. Love it all. All right, let me see if we had anything else to hit on here. That was mostly it. I would have liked to spend more time on Flyfish Club. Again, implications, what it means for this space here. It's not good. It's really not good. Guys, there's more coming. And I don't think I don't think projects like Bored Ape are out of the water. In fact, I think it's the opposite. I do. I really do. I think some of these guys are in deep. And I worry a lot about seeing Frank talking like he is. If I'm making predictions, D-Gods, Bored Apes, Pudgies, all the big guys, all in trouble. Azuki might be different. I don't ever hear them, and I'm not that plugged in. I don't ever hear them talking prices. Now, did they raise funds and build with that? I don't know. If they use that to go hire people to make these, I don't know. I don't know. Azuki feels really different to me. Also, I don't think Azuki's based here in the States, which matters a lot. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's gonna get ugly out there, is my thought. We'll see. We'll see. All right, guys, we'll call it there. Remember, smash the like, drop your comments, share, all blah, 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 blah. Do that stuff. I appreciate you for doing it. Afternoon show today, 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. Should be fun. Henry, Joe, what do we fight about today? I don't know. There's always something. Looking forward to getting into it with the boys, though. Hope to see you guys there. Enjoy the rest of your morning. We'll see you in a few hours. Guys, we'll see you.